Did I forget to turn on the camera? I did. There we go. Oh, why is it all the way over there? Okay. What? Wait a minute. Something overlay specific? What is that in the upper left? What? What does that mean? That's not on the camera feed. What? What is that text in the upper left? Huh? What? Oh. Invalid overlay ID specific? What? Maybe? Is it? Overlay connection test failed. What? Oh, it was mix it up. Good job, John. Whoops. Yeah, okay then. Sure thing. You fix. Yay! Oh my goodness. How are we this evening? John S., thank you for the check-ins. Always good to see you guys. Sometimes when if you guys don't check in right away, I start getting nervous that something's not working. It's like once I see you two check in, I'm like, okay. It's like, good. At least it's connecting properly. Sangha, thank you for checking in. And Peggy, congrats on your watch streak. Yeah, I need to get a doohickey to help with whatchamajiggy. I found someone made a widget for check-in counters, and that would be cute to have on screen, so I wanted to do that. But yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, am I actually like, is my connection bugging out? Is everything working right? What broke this time? And then I see the check-ins, and it's like, okay, at least that is working. It's just one of those little things. Only piece of bad news tonight is my throat does hurt a bit, so we're probably just going to finish. Spectre, hello, welcome in. Thanks for the check-in. So we'll probably just wrap up the legs tonight, and then I'll probably head to bed early. Take it easy, because I've got that little tingle in my throat and I don't like it. Oh, also, fun fact, I'm a third of the way through Horus Rising now. I felt really bad for laughing at a line. Wait, where did I... Yeah, we're gonna be trying to avoid another this is no situation. Oh, hi, Scrimblow. Scrimblow, did you decide that it wasn't right? We haven't had the first Scrimblow redeem of the year yet. Is that what's going on? Are you gonna say hi to everyone? Are you gonna say hi to everyone for the new year? Here it comes. Hi from Scrimblow. You silly thing, you. Alright, let me grab my... Oh, you belly rub before this. Hold on. Alright, Scrimblow. Okay. Yes, do you want to sit in my lap for a bit? You're gonna sniff the mic again? You sniffing the mic? Yeah. Oh, you want snuggles all of a sudden. All of a sudden you want snuggles and attention even though you were sleeping the whole time before I started stream? You can't ask me for this before stream starts? 아이고 우리 꼬맹이. 우리 꼬맹이. You gonna make your little noises for everyone? No? But I have to put you down because I can't build Gunpla and hold you at the same time. Why do you always do that at the start of my Gunpla streams? Why is it always when I want to start building that you're just like, actually I need some attention now? One second, guys. Hello, Flying Narwhal, welcome in. We have dog aggro at the moment. So that's why you're not seeing any hands on the screen. I have to give her some ear scritches and appease her. Yeah. Oh, this is your 7 specific Gunpla stream. Nice. I'm gonna put you down now, okay? I want to finish building. I was supposed to finish this guy last year. Alright. Oops. Alright, there you go. Beyond the bed. Vanna, hello! Welcome in! Alright, so, I was trying to say, before I got started building, I finished a third of Horus Rising. Is it going to take 2 centuries to build this? No, it's gonna technically take 2 years to build, because I was supposed to finish this last year. But, what was the thing? This is my e-reader. This is how I'm reading the book. Yeah, I did see you pulled Crib Miss Fatty. Very exciting. Where is my one annotation? Oh wait, you guys can just see what I wrote then. But the very masculinity of her chosen garb made her feminine beauty all the more apparent, and I simply wrote bobbly breasting. Let's see. Oh wait, now you guys can see the context for Yowie hands. I have a series of 3 annotations that go, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Aw, shit, here we go. Nurgle, is that you, buddy? And this, I felt so bad, because the context for this line is that a guy's body is falling down the stairs, but they wrote, come on, camera, you can do it. You can do it, camera. You can do it, camera. They wrote, a windmill of heavy, loose limbs. And I shouldn't laugh at that. I really shouldn't. But also, it's a really funny way to describe someone falling down a flight of stairs. It's a really funny way to describe someone falling down the stairs. Let's be honest. So, that's the progress update for Horus Rising. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to start building now. Okay. So I need C2 and C1, we got those. B. Yeah, so for those who might be tuning in from the Warhammer videos, I don't think there's a few folks here that I haven't seen before on the Gunpla streams. This is actually my main content. I like the note detector. I actually have, I'm slowly I have the startings of a color system too. I like to use the blue highlight for lines I like. Green, I'm trying to use more for stuff where I'm musing on the references and whatnot. Purple are usually lines I find amusing, and yellow, if I do use it, it's I hate this line, but it stands out to me. I think this line is gross. This one is, I do need D2, which means I also need D1. Okay, we do not need A. is B. You're E. You're B. And I still need... Oh, I do need A. And D1. You're E1. You're D1. Stickers tonight. Oh no, we have to do stickers tonight. Oh, beans. Let me grab my tweezers. There you go, tweezers. You know, sometimes Space Marines fall through stairs or floors and get stuck because they're big. Wait, do they really? That's amusing if true. All right, where did I put? Oh, of course I put my nippers underneath all the runners. Okay, so I'm going to, at the very least, I am going to try to check out. I want this zoomed in more. Cloud Force, hello. I know. I'm like, oh god, there's stickers. Does that mean it's going to happen again? All right, so we need 10 from both D runners. It's going to be interesting building the starter kit whenever I get that done, or whenever I'm ready to do that. So I did grab. I also need 9, right? Yeah. I did grab a new wet palette because I had one and I guess I lost it when I moved. For those wondering why I would have a wet palette as a Gunpla builder, it is because I like using them for water slide decals. I personally don't like having to fish the tiny little things out of a little dish of water. It's a little messier to me that way, so I personally prefer to just sit them on a thing where I can pick them up a little bit easier. It takes a little longer for them to become usable because you're not submerging them, but I do like doing it that way a lot better. And then I need 213, which is over here. Oh, this must be the ankle ball joint. Okay. Yeah, it's been really fun engaging with Warhammer because I think the thing that's kind of been what's making it kind of fun is that it's one of those things where for once, like there's some things where people are just like, oh, you can just enjoy it however you can. But there's some stuff where like, even if that's the case, I still feel like I'm doing it wrong. But Warhammer has been one of those things where I actually do feel like when people say, oh, engage with it however you want, they actually mean it. Like, if I don't want to play the tabletop, they're like, all right, yeah, fair enough. Oh, you made your own Tupperware and a sponge? That's actually really creative. I'm kind of impressed, actually. What was I gonna say? 11. I need 11. 11. But it's one of those things where it actually does truly feel like people mean it when you say, I'm not sure if I want to like engage with this part of it. And they're just like, okay, cool, fair enough. And it's just like, oh, okay. Make it your hammer? I didn't know he was quoted as saying that. That's a pretty good quote, actually. Make it your hammer. Yeah, it's a very big galaxy. Many boys. That's it. Space Marine 2. Yeah, I can't, my wallet, my wallet can't handle another hobby after picking up HoloLive OCG and being go, Scrimblow, no, go lie down. I know, but the sooner you let me finish, the sooner I can give you more cuddles, okay? I know. But you need to be better about when you ask for attention. You need to ask for attention when I can actually give you attention. You keep doing it the moment I need to focus on something else. You're killing me, girl. I wonder why the little icon thing for the Scrimblow counter is not working. Yeah, that's true. I do know a lot of people who do Warhammer who do actually 3D print a lot of stuff. That is something I see a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like, one, budget-wise, we do not have the budget to invest in an army and paints and everything. Two, I don't have the space. And three, from what I've seen in the Discord for my local game shop, there may not be like there is a Warhammer scene here, but it's like I can't figure out how active it is. So I'm not sure about that. But I am curious to try out the miniature starter kit that comes with some paints and minifigs. Because I'm curious to see like what from Gunpla applies, and then what from Warhammer I can translate to Gunpla. Let's trim all these first and then we'll put it together. Yeah. I have seen people playing once at the local, at my local game shop. I want to say I've seen it once or twice. But they also rotate a lot of different games. So basically, usually when I'm there, it's because it's for another event that they're running. So I have to, so I'm not always gonna catch it, basically. Oh, I want to panel line this part. Yeah, yay. Okay. That was a bit rough. Okay, that's fine. Let's clean this up a bit as well. Let's see. Although now that I have a bunch of Warhammer videos popping up on my YouTube feed, what is amusing to me is that I did watch that one. It was interesting. I kind of agree with their point about how Warhammer is like stronger on the painting side, or at least the hand painting side, and then Gunpla is kind of stronger on the engineering side. I did kind of agree with that point. But it's also, I think you also can't fully compare the painting and detailing, because from what I've seen of Warhammer miniature painting and detailing and Gunpla painting and detailing, it's very different. Like, Warhammer miniature painting is impressive because it's all hand done. You don't really see a lot of airbrushing, except I think on like the larger display figures or the bigger like centerpiece type figures, I think. But there's detailing and whatnot in Gunpla that I think is just as impressive as the Warhammer stuff. And both, in my opinion, for people who make dioramas out of it, that's just insane. Like, people who make dioramas in both fandoms, I think, are very impressive. Yeah, whereas I do see some people who do try to yeah, it's not that like hand painting Gunpla isn't a thing. It's just, I think for the sake of efficiency, because of the scale of Gunpla, airbrushing is more of the go-to, like airbrushing or using a spray can. Whereas with, you know, army painting, you have so many fine details that if you were to try to airbrush a lot of it, you would potentially cover up a lot of those details. If that makes sense. Yeah, at least that's how I feel about it from looking at it. But I am curious because, you know, I remember someone was saying like, oh, we don't really mask in Warhammer, and I'm like, there's no way you can't mask some of this. There has to be a way to mask some of that. If you can mask a garage kit or a Gunpla, you can figure out how to mask a Warhammer mini. We'll see if actually holding one in my hands changes that opinion. There's some stuff where I'm just like, what do you mean they don't do the process like this? Like, when you think about how big a Warhammer miniature actually is, you know, with Gunpla, you can get away with putting several clearer layers in between steps so that you don't ruin the previous step, right? Like base coat, panel line, base coat, decals, right? But a Warhammer miniature, I don't think you could do that. Because again, you're filling in the details, you're bulking up the miniature a lot. Like when I was buying those brushes, I was actually really shocked at just how fine some of those brushes were when I was looking at the store. Okay, good luck at raid! I hope you get loot, I hope you get clears. May the RNG favor you, my friend. But yeah, so it's interesting. Second part of Horus Rising, apparently we're now with the Emperor's children. We were with the Luna Wolves, because they're still the Luna Wolves at this point in the book. But now we're with the Emperor's children. And I'm really, really hoping... like, I might have to look into the books to see if they actually have it. But nothing would make me happier than getting to read about Fulgrim finding their stupid sword. All I know about Fulgrim is they find a sword. And they're the catty one, apparently. Or something like that. I probably should watch that Bricky Space Marine video. But yes, that's what I was going to say. I did get Space Marine 2. It's on sale right now at a pretty good price for just the base game. I actually had to refund it because I bought a version with the season pass cosmetics and didn't realize that's PvP co-op only, and not only is it not usable in campaign mode, you have to grind to unlock the stuff you paid for, when I'm just like, I'm not here for that, quite frankly. Oof. But I have the base edition. I'm probably going to give it a test drive just to make sure it is actually playable for me. And then depending on how that goes, we'll either end up giving it a go or I'll be refunding it. All right, let's clean up these panel lines. Clean up, you can do it. I might need to get like some kind of magnifier clip-ons for my glasses, because sometimes I'm looking at details and I'm just like, I need magnification. Kind of is the content I went for. I gotta have my, I think it's gonna depend on if I end up having people to play it with. Like, I don't know if you guys have Space Marine 2, for example. So if something like, well, first of all, if I end up being able to keep the game, right? And then second off, if maybe you guys have it and doing the co-op campaigns becomes an option as a community game night type thing, then it's okay, yeah, I'd be willing to consider getting some of the cosmetic pack set, right? So for now, it's kind of let me try, I'm gonna test run the game first, make sure I can handle it, because for the most part, it basically looks like a Tyranid Destruction Muso game with a story. Quite frankly, I am for that. It is crossplay. Okay, so that's good to know. That might be an option to consider then, if it is, since it's crossplay. That's good that it's crossplay. All right, so we got that. Next, we need to put this in here. Oh, wait, hang on. Does this need to be aligned? It does need to be aligned a certain way. How do you need to be aligned? Hold up. Oh, so the flat end faces forwards. Okay. Okay. Good to know that it is crossplay. Okay, I'm having trouble with my gloves on this one. Where are my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? Come here, tweezers. Okay. I want you to go this way. Salamander! Yay! From what I have read of the salamanders, I do like them. But again, that's because my understanding of them is most likely to run Toys for Tots. Go in! Why are you being stubborn like this? You have a spot. Sit in it. There we go. There we go. Was that so hard, buddy? It didn't need to be that hard. It did not need to be that way. My guy. See, it really didn't. Your buddy on the other foot went in that much easier, you sassy little hooky bugger stubborn thing guy. Words are hard. Yeah, I do need to learn more about the different Space Marine legions, though, that's for sure. All right, so we need 2 18s and 2 19s. Oh, there's a small panel lighting to be had. It will always be warm where a salamander is, just as long as you aren't, you know. That's funny. There was another game. Barks just sent me the trailer for it. It was the Orc campaign trailer, and like at the end of the trailer, some people are crashing into a planet. And I'm thinking about it because one of the orcs, he's like, "Boss, he's gonna crash," and then the guy goes like, "Yeah, good. That means I can't escape. Crash faster!" And I'm just like, I love these guys. This is. None of your technology looks like it should work, but it does. Like, just the way the guy went, "Yeah, good." It's just really funny to me. All right, here we go. You know, I do wonder. Oh, this is a lot of spots to panel line. Who diggity. All right, let's clean this up first then, and then we'll panel line. Panel lining is the big thing, because I have watched a couple videos on some miniature painting, and I thought, you know, with all the detail, it's interesting because, like, basically the difference in, like, washing and dry brushing versus panel lining, they both kind of achieve the same thing of adding like more details and stuff. That was pretty funny. I looked over at the chat and it was just erupting, possibly the fastest I have ever seen my chat move, of just everyone on both YouTube and Twitch going, "Wow!" for the orcs. I was just like, oh, everyone loves these guys, huh? That was quite, I did get quite a chuckle out of that. What was I saying? I was saying something and now I've completely lost the train of thought. Oh my goodness, that does happen, huh? All right, let's clean these up a bit then. Agreed. It does, yo, panel lining, yeah. But it's interesting because, like, I feel like panel lining and washing and dry brushing, they don't achieve the same thing, but I feel like they achieve similar things in terms of, like, detailing and how they can help add like depth of detail to a model or a miniature, but they're also very different, and I feel like that's one of the things that contributes to how a miniature is engineered so differently from a Gunpla. But I'm still terrified of the picture of the sprue, of the runner. Space Marine 1 and fighting the boys. Yeah, fighting the boys. I need to look some more into Rogue Trader, because apparently a lot of people think very highly of that game. And it's not that I didn't enjoy Baldur's Gate 3, but I didn't feel immediately interested when I watched a trailer for Rogue Trader, I guess is the issue. So I'm not sure about it. Plus, at the very least, I'm probably gonna at least wait for it to go on sale. Right now, it's not on sale, which doesn't help. Okay. And also, I found another Warhammer game in my library. I must have gotten it in some kind of like Humble Bundle deal or something and not realized it. I don't think so. I kind of wish there was. At minimum, though, I know Ninjash offered a spare key they had, but I would feel bad taking them up on it, to be honest. Especially if I end up like not liking the game. Because that's what I'm worried about, is that like, if I do take them up on that and end up not liking it, it's like, that could have gone to someone else who really wanted to play the game. Hello, Heavy, welcome. Yes, Gunpla is freedom. That is right. Oh God, that was, ooh, let's clean that up a bit. Let's clean that up. There we go. That went a little too heavy-handed there. Let's just try to... There we go. So we're gonna let those pieces dry for a bit before we clean up. Let's see. We need to move this out of the way. Now I need the bee runner again. Okay. That's it. I did also find... Oh, I forgot to grab the files. Oh, crap. Yeah, so I did find some files I thought would be interesting to grab, to try. I have to test them out on like a spare runner in the future. But I did notice some like small round miniature cleaning files or something. So I just kind of grabbed those because they were on sale. All right, so I need 26, 28, and 5. It would help if the runner wasn't upside down. Let's see. So we have 2 5s. Alrighty. Easy peasy. Started trying to learn Japanese. It's complicated. Yeah. It's one of those things where I think it has a similar quirk to how numbers are done that Korean has, which is and this drives me so crazy is that they use a mix of basically you're still counting like 1 2 3, but essentially you're using either like Chinese numbers or Korean/Japanese numbers. And I remember I tried asking my mom, like, how do you know which one to use? And she just sat there and she was like, I've never thought about it. So she can't even explain to me, like, oh, you use numbers, like these numbers for this and those numbers for that. It's just like, oh, no, we don't use those numbers to say that. And I'm just like, so, like, where it gets confusing, for example, And part of what led to this conversation with my mom is that I was trying to say the time. Sometimes I'll just like practice random Korean with her. So the moon bear having a rabies moment. So when you're counting down time, you'll use Chinese numbers. So, you know, if I wanted to say, oh, we have an hour left, I would say 한 시간. So I thought if I wanted to say like say 105, right? I thought you would say, or not 한 시간, 1시간. So I thought you would say 1시간 5분, and that would be 105. No, it's 1시간 5분. You switch to Korean numbers for the minutes, for the time of a clock, for the clock time. But if you're talking about how many minutes you have left, you use the Chinese number and say 5분, which is 5분. Yeah, so, well, they used to use Chinese characters too, and eventually those started getting phased out. But there's still some words where the meaning is the same, but the pronunciation differs. And numbers are the big one, where you will have, even though there's Korean numbers like 하나 둘 셋 넷, you'll still use like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it drives me nuts because like the time one threw me off so bad when all of a sudden she was just like, no, you use Korean numbers for that. It's like, why are you using two different number systems for one thing? That's so confusing. Why is it like that? And my mom can't even explain it. She's just like, Korean's just like that. And I'm just like, oh. Trying to translate menus to Gundam bots. I mean, that's still, thing is that just practicing the menus and whatnot, a lot of people who do end up picking up fluency, it's because they were translating stuff like menus, or they just wanted to read or understand something. Like, those are the people I find who have had the most success with actually learning it. Like, I know someone who basically learned Japanese from wanting to read Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have another friend who learned Japanese from wanting to read otome games because they weren't being localized. So she just said, screw it, I'll learn how to read them myself. No, okay, Cloud Force, here's the thing. So there's a word in Korean, it's harabong. It refers to basically a sumo orange from Jeju Island. So the way I would write it in English is HALLABONG. That's how it's usually written in English. If you were to look at how it is written literally in Korean, it's Han La Bong. So HANLABONG. And I was looking at it and I just looked at my mom and I was like, I thought it was halabong. And she was like, yeah. Why does it say Han on the can? And she just looked at me and was like, oh, Korean just has words like that. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I had to remember I wasn't in like a cartoon or a game, because part of me just wanted to kind of like throw the can, because it was a can of orange juice basically, and I part of me wanted to like throw the can on the floor and just be like, what the heck? That doesn't make any sense, mother. God, I needed the A runner. But yeah, it was definitely one of those moments where it was just kind of like, oh, because it just does. How am I supposed to know that? And that's the part that always gets you, is when I'm like, well, how am I supposed to know? Or how am I supposed to figure that out? And it's so obvious, it's just one of those things. Yeah, kanji is always a killer. And it's one of those things that, like, it's interesting because as someone approaching it as a second language, I'm trying to figure out those things. But, you know, because she grew up learning it and that's just how she learned it, she never really thought about the, oh, why do we mix these number pronunciations for certain things, or what's the rhyme or reason? She's like, she just learned that, okay, for these things I use these numbers, for these things I use these numbers, and that was just that. So it's really funny because like sometimes I'll ask her a question and she's just like, I have never thought about that. Or I'll try to say something and she's like, we don't say stuff like that in Korean. And I was like, what? So I was trying to say to Scrimble as a joke, like, oh, you don't have a choice, you have to come upstairs with me. And I tried to ask him, I'm like, well, how would I say something like that? Like, you don't, because I knew 선택 is choice and 없어요 or 없습니다 is without. So I was like, would it be like 선택, like 당신은 선택 없습니다? And she goes, Koreans don't speak like that. And this one she actually was able to explain, which is neat because basically, because of the innate hierarchies in Korean. Is this the right way? Hang on. America Gundam, that's right. America. Hang on, let me make, okay. Now I know how this needs to be aligned. Okay. This needs to go this way. And then, okay. 3 there is that, yeah. That is true with American. But apparently part of the reason for that is because in Korean, you have social hierarchy. Happy boo, yeah, that's right. Happy 2026. So, you know, usually if you're ordering someone to do something, it's never a question of whether or not you're giving them a choice. So it's just not a thing that Korean people say. Like if you're telling someone you don't have a choice, like there's no need to actually state that. It's actually, it's just inherently implied because of the social hierarchy difference. So she was like, yeah, no, we just wouldn't say something like that. And I was like, huh. And that was one of the few times she was actually able to like give a clear explanation on something. But there's also some stuff like I'll just like try to say it and then she'll just laugh because it's something she never would have thought to have tried saying it. I need to try memorizing the days again. That's another one where I think the names are still based on the pronunciation of the Chinese characters. But it's also hard because in the end, one of the best things you can do for learning a language is immersion, basically, immersing yourself in it as much as possible. Am I holding this the right way? I think I am. Where's Best Waifu Devil Gundam? I don't have a kit for Devil Gundam. It's very on Fortnite. This is the wrong... Oh, I didn't cut out... Did I not cut out 28? I thought I did. Oh, I didn't, so that's just the wrong... Okay. That's why. Where, there, lead, yeah. Yeah, I was telling my mom that there will be an upcoming... It's not going to be for a few months, basically. I'm going to build... I know. I don't think they've released a recent kit for Devil Gundam, which is a shame. I do have an upcoming trip to Korea later this year, and I was like joking with my mom that my fluency is gonna go up when we're in Korea because I'll actually just like have no choice but to be learning and understanding stuff. And then once we come back here, it'll all go away, which I'm gonna hate so much when I lose it. It's gonna make me so sad. Clear version, yeah. I feel like Yeah, I don't think there's been a recent release for Devil Gundam. Not that I can think of. I know Maxter, Nobel, and Maxter had some newer HGs that are retail and not limited to P Bandai. I think the only problem with them making the upgraded units like Max Revolver and Double Dragon is that they would truly be niche products. I don't think those materials ever made it outside of Japan. Like, that's the only problem I think with those kits is that there's no international market for it. So even if they did make it, I don't know if it would be advertised internationally. That's my only concern with that basically. On the one hand, you're right. On the other hand, I still want them. And you know what? You're so valid for that. Otto, hello! Welcome in. Am I this direction? This direction. Okay. We're making knees. Just put them in Super Robot Tyson. True, though. That's another one I gotta play some more of. Okay, so that takes care of knees. I think that should be enough time on the panel lighting to dry. So let's go ahead and get that cleaned up. Need more GGs. Yeah. It's funny because, we definitely are waiting a big model order. Nice. Vicariously built their me. Yes. That do be how it is sometimes. I'm dreading the day that I open up my bank app and I just see suddenly my, credit card bills jump by like $600 because the new Gundam PGU new finally released and I've been billed finally. The Wing Gundam EW, yeah. What's next? Random ass? Actually, possibly. Actually, yeah, kind of. I have one thing I need before I can stream painting miniatures. And it's basically because I very much want to have a very specific thumbnail. So I am basically hoping to get art commissioned to make a very specific thumbnail for Warhammer models. And that's basically what's delaying the Warhammer models. Oh, I didn't even need to panel line that part. Damn. We the OX. Is it me as a sister of battle? No, it's just the one of the starter kits. So it's just some Space Marines and some Tyranids. So it's nothing too crazy. Go figure, I didn't even need to panel line that part. Huh. Well, I was hoping to get it in time for the Store's Fantasy. Aww. It's funny because I was thinking, like, because like I mentioned on stream, we are essentially a DoD family. And I couldn't help but wonder, like, you know, technically what factions my family would fall into. Because realistically, my dad and sister would be part of just the rank and file military. I don't know if there's a tier for like what would fit for my mom's stuff. I'm not gonna say too much about what my mom does. Again, don't want to give too many details about my family. And then the other thing is, and then I was like, would that mean I technically end up as like I don't know where like the administrative aspects are. But I guess that means like probably some kind of psycher, which is awful. It's not gonna end well for me if I'm in some kind of psycher role. So I'm gonna castle, and I'm gonna castle so hard. All right, what is this next step? D1, D, oh, these are the red ones, okay. D1 into 8, so 8 from both. And I do need 7 at some point, so I'll just cut out 7 now. These will become legs eventually, apparently. 7 will cut out for later. Yeah. Like, I don't think it would be a High Lord kind of thing, but like... The only thing I can think of would be like something that like helps with communications or something. Starboard mother effers. Yeah, I guess something like that. Yeah, like basically an Imperial Navy family would probably be the most realistic. Comms officer there. Yeah. Something hokey like that. Imperial Navy, I think, is probably the easiest way to say it. Or would be the most applicable for, like, my family and whatnot. Like, no matter what I thought of, like, realistically, I doubt I would have the genetics to cut it as, like... like a space marine or something, or a battle sister. And then it's kind of like every other option I can think of, though, is kind of like, none of these are gonna end well for me. Ah, well. That's just how it is. This bitch of a setting, I guess. No, not quite Navigator. I feel like something... Like, the reason why I thought Adeptus Mechanicus is because the Adeptus Mechanicus made me think of, like, Raytheon and Lockheed, but I also don't work in the actual engineering construction sections either. So it's like, Like, okay. The closest possible analog to something that I have actually done professionally, career-wise, potentially. And I don't know how else to explain this, but like, the closest Warhammer analog to some of my prior job experience would be Vortash, would be working with Vortash, basically. Like, that is the closest Warhammer analog to some of my work experience. I guess if the, like, Imperial military has some kind of, like, acquisitions role, that's where I would end up. Which, you know, Zinch would come for me eventually, I guess. Listen, I've concluded that Zinch is a venture capitalist. Prove me wrong. I don't know if you can, quite frankly. I need A11. Where did I put the A runner? Did I put the A runner away? I did. A11, I need 2 of you, please. There we go. 11. 11. Where is there's 11? Yeah, it's like there's no way I would be like a named character in Warhammer, so I'm just someone who's gonna bite it at some point. Hopefully I can be used as flavor text in a novel somewhere. 11, and then I need the D's. Oh, no, I already cut out the D's. That was the whole point of cutting out all the D's. Duh. 13, 13, 13. 13! We need 2 13s. Basically, it's hard to explain because I can't go into too much detail. They made a good addition to the corpse star's lasting impression. I'll just be like, nameless corpse being cleared from the battlefield 397 in the flavor text of a novel somewhere. That's the level of like, that's probably what the best I can hope for. In terms of being like a Warhammer character. I died, but at least I helped make the space look, at least I helped make the Space Marines look badass in the process. That's the best I can hope for. Why does her helmet have bear ears drawn on them? Does this need stickers? I don't think it does. Good, it doesn't. All right, let's get some panel lining done. Oh, this one's gonna be good on the panel lining. Yes! Oh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Beautiful. I think the other sections are going to be too not recessed enough to really take the panel lining well. Okay. Actually, cut this. Oh, it does. All right. So we'll dab that on real quick. Then an ad break just hit. So what I am going to do then, once I finish dabbing the panel line on here, is I am going to get up and take a quick bathroom break. So I will be back shortly. There we go. Fun fact, Scrimbo gave me a really sassy side eye just now. If I'm being honest, it was a pretty sassy side eye. That's always the funny thing about smaller dogs. They can be really sassy sometimes. Like, they got a lot of attitude and a lot of personality in a very tiny form factor. And it's very funny most of the time. Okay, let me just clean these off. So the black bottle is... So this is Panaline Accent Color from Tamiya. It's basically... is it actually? I think it's a type of like oil-based pigment. And basically it comes with a fine tip. And you just tab it to where you have like grooves and whatnot in the piece. And capillary action does the rest. Then you just do a smidge of cleanup once it's dry. And I really love panel lining. Well, in Scrimbla's case today, she's giving me sass because she picked a terrible time to want attention from me. And she didn't get it. So it's not random sass, but it's also like, come on, Scrimblo. Yeah, it's and that's one of those things that I was like mentioning for yeah. So sometimes they do get sweaty, depending on like the weather and humidity are the main factors that impact it. Sometimes they don't. If it's like a really humid day, for example, sometimes I'll put some like some talcum powder on my hands, and that helps keep my my hands from getting too sweaty in the gloves. But I wear the gloves to begin with because I have hyperhidrosis. So the sweaty hands happen regardless, whether I want them to or not, basically. And as cumbersome as the gloves are, and as frustrating as they can be to the gloves or my hands, no. The gloves in my hands don't smell. The panel lining fluid does have a slight odor to it, but it usually airs out pretty quickly, so I've never had too much issue with the odor from panel lining fluid. That said, one of the things you can use to clean it is lighter fluid, and that does have some pretty, that does have fumes. So do keep that in mind if you pick up some panel lining fluid. They also make Gundam pore type markers that are a similar product, but instead of having a bottle, it's just a marker, and you can just touch the tip of the marker to where you want the detailing to go. He's already brain damaged with some fumes. I mean, to be fair, you should try to avoid more fumes if possible. Oh, so that does click in. Okay, I didn't put this one in right then. Oh, I see now. There we go. Okay, I didn't realize I had grooves to click in. Good to know. I'm actually trying out a new product today. It's from Gun Primer. It's called Solvin, and it's basically supposed to be a slightly better product for cleaning up panel lining. I'm not sure if it's... I'll have to use it a bit more, but as of now, I would say arguably not worth the... Well, no, I don't know if it's not worth the price point yet, but I need to use it more to figure it out, to see if it is like something that feels like it's yeah. I'm generally a fan of Gun Primer's products, so I'm at least willing to try it out. So I'll keep going with it, see where I stand on it. They have made a decent number of products that I do use. Like I do use their glass file and whatnot. So we shall see how it works out once I've used it. What coat would I spray after I finish building this kit? Usually for, I already like, you need another tincture bottle. Usually for finishing models, for this kit in particular, I would probably go with a flat coat, a matte finish. It really depends on the kit. Like if I were to be painting like the Sazabi or the Sinanju, for example, I would want it to look as much like a sports car as possible. So I would give it like a gloss coat. The thing is matte coats help hide the sins. At the very least, it would be some form of coat with UV protection to try and reduce. You got flack as a kid? Oh no. Are you kidding me? They should have like encouraged you. There's some like under 21 builds at like the World Builders Cup that it's just like, what do you mean a kid made this? There's no way a kid made this. And it's like some amazing diorama that I'm just like, how are you capable of this at under 21? It's already colored? Yeah, okay, well maybe you want it colored differently. Like, geez. Ever think about that, boss man? Talking to your past bullies, not to you, Panda. So now, let's see if I can, actually, let me see if I can zoom this in a bit more. Yes, okay. And hopefully you can see this a bit better now in action. Boop. You love to see it travel. So satisfying every time. There we go. Little dabs here. Okay, I'll leave it at that for that half. I know, I love watching it just flow along the grooves. There we go. Okay. Let that bit dry. Now, we do have to apply some stickers apparently. To this one here? 4. Oh God, why? Huh. All right, sticker time, I guess, while it dries. Ugh, stickers. That's probably one pro Warhammer definitely has over Gunpla. You don't have color correcting stickers on Warhammer miniatures. Okay, these stickers are being nice. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Though I think I have seen water slides on some of the bigger Warhammer figures. Because apparently, I thought they were all tiny, but apparently some of them get pretty honkin' big, depending on who it's of. This one is not on straight, but oh well, close enough. All right, and then we need, so that is officially all the stickers on the sticker sheet. So that means I can live free from the fear of further sticker applications. Yay! Now we need 16 from both Sea Runners. 16, there you are. Refrain constructed some Titan models. Oh, very cool as hell, but you were not fielding those 3-foot tall monstrosities. Could you imagine you show up to the tabletop campaign and you just walk up with this giant box and you just pull out. Yeah, I live to not rant another day. My throat lives today. I have been shown mercy by the color correcting sticker gods. Thank you, oh merciful Majin. Okay, so these go like this into here. Okay. Oh, okay. This sticker actually gets an approval. I approve of this. This is nice. This is actually a very good use of a color correcting sticker. I like this. This is yes. This is not no. This is yes. Yeah, so Gunpla kids used to be notorious, especially in the earlier days of Gunpla, for having color corrector stickers. And basically, you know, this was before they could do multiple colors on one runner, or they just couldn't afford to do too many colors in a clip in a particular kit. So you would get a sheet of stickers to put on various parts, just to kind of help get the right colors. But this is a really fun use of it because it's basically creating that vent look, which I really like. Yeah, I actually really like that. That's a really nice way to use a color correction sticker. Yeah, at the bare minimum, you would always have like really small ones to do the eyes. I think I had one where like the V-fin was you had to use a sticker for the V-fin, and I was like, no. All right, let's clean this up. I will say, the one thing I have noticed about this is that it's actually, like the solvent, is that sometimes with lighter fluid, it can take off too much of your panel lining and you kind of have to panel line again and it starts getting messy. But so far, this stuff has been pretty good about not cleaning out like where I actually want it to stay, which is kind of nice. Like it still does pick it up, but it's not as strong as whenever I'm using lighter fluid, which is probably the biggest thing I'm noticing right now with this. The other nice thing is that it doesn't have a fume smell, which is a huge plus for me. Is that, you know, it doesn't really smell of fumes, but it does seem to take a while to dry. That's the big thing that I've noticed so far. Yeah, the dark ages of color correction stickers. Those truly were times that used to exist. Okay. So, now then. We can put these together like this. Hey, Mei, good to see you. We're slowly but surely making progress on the legs for Maxter. Let's do that. And then this part goes here. Oh, it's the knee. It's the knee. We have a knee. Always good to have working knees. All right. One of these days, I'm gonna start playing around with seam line removal. Maybe on a kit that I'm detailing. Because like basically with seam line removal, you would apply... Camera, I need you to focus. So basically, let me grab something to point with real quick. You just tried that with your last kit? Nice, how did it go? So for those who don't know, seam line removal, and I believe Warhammer miniatures have this too, is basically you would apply plastic cement here, push the pieces together, and then sand the excess away, and it gives the piece a more unified look. Basically, you don't have, yeah, exactly. It just makes it look a lot cleaner. I've been meaning to try it because it's one of those things that like, it is going to take some effort until there's detail slapped right in the middle. Yeah, but I want to try it someday because it feels like one of those things that it will definitely take effort to do, but also the payoff is kind of like, it went well. Yeah. It's one of those things that I think takes some effort, but honestly has some pretty good payoff potential if you can do it decently. I'll probably start practicing on like bigger spots, like big obvious leg seams or kits like Zaku's, because yeah, a Zaku does make sense for trying it out. Oh my god, these nubs are going everywhere tonight. Come on, guys. Come on. All right. It's starting to look like a leg now. That's nice. Okay. Oh yeah, I did see that. So someone did, speaking of Rope Trader, someone did link that apparently the devs put out like a lo-fi remix of part of the soundtrack or something, and I was so tempted to play it tonight, but I'm pretty sure I would get content I need for that. Can't have that. All right, so this goes here, like this. Ooh, that does look nice. Although I will say, one nice thing about the more recent, I just noticed the brightness has been a little off. Let's make it a little brighter so you can see a little better. One thing that has been nice about some of the newer Gunpla kits is that they're being a lot smarter about where the seam lines go. So, you get stuff like this where yes, this is a seam line, but it's done in a way that it looks like additional scribing details. And I do appreciate that on a lot of the newer kits that Bandai's been releasing, is that they're actually looking at how can we incorporate these seam lines, basically. Okay, and then this goes in the foot. Oh god, his leg is a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be. Go figure. I thought the legs were gonna be longer. I thought we were just doing the calves. I thought these were just the calves. Are these really the whole leg? Bandai is like, they do. I mean, honestly, no, good, it isn't. Okay, we do still have more leggy to build. Okay, cool, that's what I thought. So we need, so it looks like we're done with A and B. Still need C1. Now we need E1 and E2. What are these blue ones, right? Yes. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is generally. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Bandai has been doing a lot of stuff. I actually turned up the brightness too high. My bad. Yeah, Bandai does have some stuff that it's like, no, you shouldn't have done that actually. So for E, I need 4 and 5. Okay. So here's 4. Ah, bright Nera. Your son is getting up to no good in his own series of movies. that's 4 and 5 from that one. What is this on the pieces? What the heck? And 4 and 5 from this one. Alrighty. Oof, I'm glad I decided to call it and decided just to... They're doing the metal build right now. Ah. And then I need... C1, 2... Yeah, I've always seen the metal builds, but I don't know if those require different tools from like normal Gunpla. So I've always kind of like passed on the metal builds. I'm sure they look super nice and they come out well. It's just I don't. Yeah, I remember a lot of people have been saying like Gunpla isn't what sustains Gundam and whatnot, stuff like that, but it's also like, I mean, but it is part of it. That went into way more grooves than I thought there were on this piece. Normally you wouldn't panel line on the runner like this, but because it's in an area that it's not going to be affected by the sanding and everything, I just went ahead and did it so it can have time to dry. Why? Yeah, that is an issue. But I mean, the only grace I'm really going to give Bandai on the price issue is that there's a lot of stuff these days that is kind of like, there's no reason for stuff to still be so expensive. Especially in America where I am, you have a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, prices went up during COVID and everyone said they would come back down once supply chain issues were fixed. And then they just never lowered the prices again. So stuff like that is part of the issue. In the end, corporate greed, capitalism, you know how it goes. Apparently plastic's really expensive to manufacture and color. Oh my god, I'm going to go crazy tomorrow morning when I keep finding little nubs everywhere. These things are not cutting off clearly at all. Please. Maybe I need to get a jar like Tsukimi. She has a little nub jar and it's the cutest little thing. I do wish some of them weren't so expensive. What's gonna be crazy is, oh yeah, bought a couple models for cousin and then, yeah. I know people who have planned travel to Japan and they essentially take an empty suitcase, buy all their clothes in Japan and essentially prioritize their suitcase to fit as much Gunpla as possible, or whatever like other hobby choice they have. Yeah, I feel like having a nub jar might actually be a nice thing, because then you can like see your progress for like how many kits you've built and whatnot. Oh, it's a squeaky little nub. There we go. Okay, that's cleaned up nicely. I think the clean up here. Nope, that came out pretty well. There we go. Yep, pretty happy with that. All right, let's just clean these up. Use a Tamiya glue as a nub jar. Oh yeah, so people call that sprue glue, and some people will actually get spare jars, like spare mini jars to make sprue glue. And what they'll do is they'll take basically like leftover runners and sprues. Acro, thank you. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. And so what they'll do is they'll take, you know, leftover runners, especially for common colors like the whites and like the blues and the reds and whatnot, and they'll basically drop in leftover runners and pieces, and it'll melt into a goop in the jar. And then you can basically use that to patch up areas on your kit. Or, you know, for removing seam line removal, you have like a color coordinated thing you can use for removal basically at that point. But yes, I believe some people do that in Warhammer as well, and it's yeah, you're basically making a color matching putty. But I've always heard it called by the term sprue glue because you're making it out of your leftover sprues. And it rhymes. Oh, your grand's, wait, that's actually so precious. Wait, that's really cute. Your grand's reusing your runners for art projects? I love that. What? Gran, that's so creative of you. Oh my gosh. Gran, that's so cool. Am I putting this in right? I hope I am. Yeah, that's so cool of your gran, actually. What? Oh, I am putting the wrong pieces in there. Okay, that's why. The heck, Gran? That's so neat. I want to see Gran's art projects. That's so cool. I want to see what Gran's doing with them. Hasn't started yet. Oh, your old knit pile? Oh yeah, you save the clear runners from primary cards that get saved too. Oh, I wonder what she's gonna do with them. Oh, I can't wait to see what your gran does. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sounds like it's gonna be so much fun. Okay. We'll see. Oh, interesting. I wonder if she's going to use them as like some kind of like plastic glitter kind of thing. Okay. Wait, how do I need to align this? And then, no, the other one goes here. And this goes here. Purge all your old boxes and yeah. Okay, we're getting there on the legs. All that's left is some parts off the B runner. So B needs to come back. Oh, by the way, in case you guys didn't know, hang on, I have to grab my phone real quick. So I did buy a replacement photo box so I can try to take photos again. And I discovered an issue when I went to go take some photos, which is that it is too small for the PGU to fit. The only way I can fit the PGU in is to sit it down in the photo box I bought. So I may have, what is this, a box made for ants? Yeah. So I measured it based on a little side table I have so that it would fit without issue on the side table. And I kind of underestimated how much space I would need in a box to take pictures of the PGU. So it's a photo box with a little light built in. So I have just a backdrop coming now. It's just a backdrop, which theoretically shouldn't have any size constraints. So we'll find out when we gets here. Yeah, he's just kind of saying like, well, sometimes you find out you don't fit in the box. But yeah, went to go try and put it in, and I was like, oh no, it's not gonna fit. It doesn't fit at all. So we need 8. But yeah, I have a backdrop coming now, which should be not a size issue anymore, hopefully, until that turns out to be a size issue too somehow. Either way, I need something bigger because the PGU new Gundam's gonna be even bigger than this one. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep it handy because I do still have smaller things that, you know, I want to build and take pictures of. Right now I can't transfer photos off my camera. I can't get the Connect client, the PC client to work. So I have to get a micro USB adapter to try and use it with one of my data cables because the damn PC client won't work. And I'm worried that the photos didn't come out right either. So we'll find out what happens there. This is why, if you're wondering, Gundam music covers would go hard. So this is why, if you're wondering why my thing says girl fail extraordinaire, it's stuff like this. Like, I bought an adapter. It turns out I bought the wrong kind of adapter. PGU doing the Burt Reynolds on a bear rug pose. Oh no. Oh no. That's very specific, John. It's a very specific choice of pose. Oh my god, painting chest hair on a Gundam? I want you to think about what you said, Panda. I want you to stop and reflect on what you just said. No, you didn't. Still what? Oh my god. It's like, oh, no, I thought about it. I'd say it again. It's like, oh, okay then. So this goes this way, I think. Yes. And then it goes in here. No, this one needs to go in here. Right? No, it needs to go... Wait, like this, right? Yeah, okay. A sentence you never thought you would say. You know what? Sometimes life just comes at you fast like that, and all you can do is roll with the punches. All Burt Reynolds themed Marines. Oh my god. That would be wild. Okay, so this goes in. You need to go in, buddy. I need you to go in, like you're supposed to. There we go. Why are you not? Come on. You need to secure in there. You can't just pop out like this, buddy. Hold up. There we go. Wait, maybe not? Are you still falling out? You are still falling out. Why? You shouldn't be having this issue. You're done the same way as the other. Where's my part separator? Maybe I need to try to flip it the other way. Or is there not another way to flip it? It's both 8 and 30. No, that is the only way for it to go. What the? Because this looks like... Oh, I put them in backwards. You're in the wrong way. You need to get out of there. Oh, this needs to come out of this thing. That you're not in the right leg. Oh no. Okay, got it. We're good. We're good. We got this. Okay. All right. This actually needs to go in here. There we go. Clicky click. Then you come in here. I'm not hearing a click. Why is that? Why no click? This still feels like it's loose. Why are you staying loose? Are you actually in? Oh, no, I guess it is. Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park doing the pose. Oh my god. Highly specific. Oh, good snap attaching the legs to the waist. I do like that. I do like that. All right. He's done. Oh, look at that. Look at that sassy. Where's the click? There's supposed to be a brain satisfying click. Dude, look at this sassy little pose Maxter's hitting. All right. Sass him up, King. Damn. Yeah, he's got that like... Oh, what happened there with the panel lighting? Hold up. That needs to be cleaned up. What happened there? Okay, there we go. I kind of like it with the fist. It's like, I don't know, there's something nice and sassy about this. I might pose it like this to take some photos. But yes, unfortunately, as I said at the start of stream, we'll probably go ahead and wrap up here, just because I did have a bit of a sore throat today, so I don't want to accidentally lose my voice. Next week, there will probably be only one stream. It'll probably be a game stream. I still have a lot going on at work between the New Year stuff and the maternity leave situation. So I'm just gonna play it safe next week. Probably see you guys on Wednesday. And then other than that, yeah. So thank you everyone for coming back. Thanks for making this a fun week of coming back to streaming. I was kind of worried about what would happen, what kind of scuff would happen. And was there scuff? Yes. But it's fine. We'll see if I remember to fix some of it before the next stream. So give me a second. Let me get us queued up for a raid real quick. But yes, I hope you guys have a good weekend, a restful weekend. And let me get us queued up